How important is fiber to AT&T's success? Right, so they do
Fiber
fiber
is
to home, they do fiber to business, and they need fiber for their 5G. So
all right.
how and how much of a leg up does that give them compared to Verizon and T-Mobile?
Well, both Verizon and AT&T have a very heavy fiber build. AT&T has a bigger fiber build than Verizon.
Yeah.
T-Mobile is sourcing it, right?
Mhm.
When you build it, you always have better economics. And you're doing a multi-use application, right? And it's a high fixed cost, low variable cost business. And so it helps you contain your cost, right, dramatically, and helps them, resell it to others. So it's an absolutely important segment. Now, when you look at it from a profit perspective, the EBITDA contribution of wireless was somewhere around $28 billion. And the EBITDA contribution of fiber, of the residential fiber group, was somewhere around $2 billion.
Sounds about right.
So it will be a very long day that or a long time that a bad day in wireless will be made up by a good month in fiber, right?
But I do see it as one hand washes the other.
Yeah, of course, they
Right.
work together.
Sure.
They are both critical because
Mhm.
you build the wireless network on the fiber foundation. And without a good foundation, your building might topple over, right? You need a foundation.
Absolutely. Roger, Wall Street hates AT&T. Will this change soon? And how do you view the spinoff of the media assets?
You have to ask Wall Street if they stop hating them, right?
I'm watching the stock drop every day, so
Yeah, no,
and I don't get it.
well, because
I'm a little
the stock
confused.
market, yeah, the stock market is short-term, long-term rational, short-term irrational. And yes, they're punishing AT&T for
For the
the
last
sins
decade.
for the sins of the past,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And you have to give AT&T and here John Stankey credit that he ripped off the Band-Aid, right? What to me was the they communicated that transaction, in my opinion, not very well. Because when you look at it at the day of the close, right? You had, the headlines that you saw was that AT&T is selling Warner Media for $43 billion or whatever it was. And oh my God, they bought it for 85.
They lost so much money, right?
But that was not the story.
No.
That was the stupid math. Sorry if I say it like that.
But no, if you think about it, what they're saying, Roger, is that was the thing that people hated.
But it wasn't, because what was completely missed is that the combined entity was 71% owned by the AT&T shareholders. At the close, Discover was worth around $35 billion. That means if you take that 29% is $35 billion, that means the rest of it implicitly is valued somewhere around $100 billion.
Roger, they were also able to write off, I believe, almost $20 billion in debt.
Yeah, on top of it.
So if anything, the investment side, they should have been seeing this as wins.
Yeah, but exactly. But it was not very well communicated by AT&T that this is actually and it was positioned as Discover buys Warner Media. In reality, if I own 71%,
You're the A side.
I bought you.
Exactly. You're the
Okay.
inside on that transaction. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So what AT&T actually did is it bought itself Discover and a new CEO, right? In Zaslav. And that's what really happened, right?
Yeah.
Now, if we fast forward, the stock price of Discover, crumbled and is a fraction of it.
Sure.
So now that whole math doesn't make sense anymore. But at the time of the close, I don't know if that would have worked, but at the close of the merger, this was amazing of financial engineering of the AT&T guys, right? They just kept it a good secret.